Today we're going to be factoring polynomials, and our polynomials are going to have a leading coefficient of 1. So in the formula, ax squared plus bx plus c, a is going to be 1 today. Now, there's a really cool thing about this, and that is when you find the factors of c, they've got to add up to b. So I try to make a little riddle. Blank plus blank equals b. The same two blanks have to multiply and equal c. Some kids like to see it like this. Some students look at it like this. And we do have to add up to this number, so I have a factor and a factor. And so they have to, this factor has to, and this one have to add together to give me my b value. And then they also have to multiply to give it the c value. This one can be kind of confusing, but I promise it will make sense when we do examples. So the first example I want to look at is x squared plus 10x plus 16. B is 10, C is 16. So when I set this problem up, blank plus blank equals 10, and blank times blank equals 16. So what are the factors of 16 that will give me 10? Now, we could list out all of our factors of 16 here. So 1 times 16, 2 times 8, 3 doesn't go into it, so 4 times 4. Now, looking at this, the factors that give me 10 are 2 and 8. So 2 and 8, when I add them up, they give me 10. When I multiply them, they give me 16. So if you notice, your blanks have to be exactly the same for this to work. So my answer when I factor is x, because of the variable in the problem, plus 2 from here, and then x plus 8. So there's my answer. On this problem over here, we're going to try using the x factor and see if it might help you. So here we have x squared minus 12x plus 23. Sorry, let's change this to 27 since 23 is prime. So here we go. I'm going to draw a big X. Again, negative 12 is my b value, 27 is my c value. So I want to know factors that are going to give me negative 12. That means they have to add up to give me 12, and multiply to give me 27. So I put the plus and the x there so that I know what sign that I have to do. So let's list the factors of 27. So 1 times 27, that's the obvious, and 3 times 9. Well, in reality, these two do give me 12, but I need it to be negative 12. So for this to work, I know that I can have a positive times a positive to give me a positive, but I can also have a negative times a negative to give me a positive. So my factors are negative 3 and negative 9. So my answer is x minus 3 and x minus 9. The helpful thing here is to know our multiplication tables so that we can do this fairly quickly. Okay, let's look at a fourth example. I want to do x squared plus 6x plus 9. Let's do the x factor one more time and see if it helps you guys. So again, my b value is 6, so it's going to go on the top. So the numbers have to add and give me 6. My c value is 9, so I'm going to put it on the bottom. And so I need to multiply here. And so now I'm looking for factors of 9. So factors of 9. So if I have 9, I know I've got 1 times 9. I also have 3 times 3. And since this is positive, I know that I have to have positive 3's. So this is 3 and a 3, and so my answer is x plus 3 because it's positive, and x plus 3. Okay. Another example. Let's look at this one. It's x squared minus 9. This time I'm going to use the riddle again. Let's do blank plus blank equals b, and blank times blank equals c. Looking at this problem, I don't see a b value because remember my b value is in the middle. So I'm going to rewrite this problem so that it's x squared plus 0x minus 9. 0 is going to be my placeholder here. And I'm putting 0 in because 0 times a number is going to give me 0, which leads me back to this one. So now my b value is 0, and my c value is 9. Excuse me, negative 9. So we have blank plus blank that equals 0, and blank times blank that equals negative 9. So I can go back over here and use these same factors I used a minute ago for 9, but I need them to give me a negative number. So to get a negative number, one must be positive and one must be negative. So we're going to use positive 3 and negative 3. So positive 3, negative 3 added together to give me 0. They also multiply and give me 9, negative 9. So my answer is x plus 3, x minus 3. Okay, one last problem and then we'll talk about a few things. But we have x squared plus 2x minus 24. Since we've done 2 factors using x factors and only 2 of these, let's do one more of the blank. Sometimes it makes it a little bit easier. Remember, my b value here is 2 and my c value is negative 24. So let's set that as blank plus blank equals 2. Blank times blank equals negative 24. Now, what are the factors of 24? So we'll come over here and do factors of 24. But it needs to be negative 24. So we've got 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, and 4 times 6. Now, in each case, either the 1, 2, 3, 4 has to be negative, or the 24, 12, 8, and 6 have to be negative. So one sign has to be positive and one sign has to be negative. But which of these have a combination where I'm going to get a 2 if I subtract? In this case, it's here. And now, since I'm looking for negative 24, but my b value is positive, that means the bigger number must be positive. So it's negative 4 plus 6 gives me positive 2. Negative 4 times 6 gives me negative 24. So my answer is x minus 4 and x plus 6. Okay, these 2 problems right here are special case. If you notice, my parentheses, my factors at the end are exactly the same. So you can write this when you see that you have a number that is squared and doubled, you can write it this way. This one we've talked about before. It's a difference of 2 squares. So if you see a square minus a square, it's the difference of 2 squares. You square root the first and you get x. You square root the second term and that's what goes a plus and minus in each parentheses. So I just want to wish you guys luck doing your homework tonight.